We're joined today by a couple of Bulldogs soccer players on the men's side, Carlos Reyna, as well as Navid Istanbulu. I nailed it, didn't I?
Yes.
Gentlemen, how has the preseason gone so far in terms of getting your conditioning in and getting back into soccer shape?
It's going pretty good right now. It's it's very grueling. It's tough. Preseason is always tough, but everybody so far has been coming in pretty fit. So, and that's always good to see that everybody has come in with one focus, and that's just have a good preseason and just step by step.
Well, as I look at the resume and the schedule from last year, some people might see 8-8-3 and think, oh, it must have been a down year. But in reality, you look at all those close games that you guys played and the really tough schedule that you played at the beginning of the year. You finished strong, win 6 out of 8 to close out the year. But what were some of your takeaways now that you've had a little bit of time to process from last season?
Yeah, so when you look at the games that we played last year, just as you said, we had a really tough preseason and pretty tough games, and all these games, like, I don't feel like we had we had many games where we could have won if we just had a little bit more luck. It was tough games as well. I feel like the most important thing that we got out of there is just to be patient and just to keep working hard. And if we do this, we will have a good chance to win against any team in this conference and in the preseason as well.
And especially when I look at the two teams that are ranked above you in the preseason polls and the two teams that were the top of the conference last year, Kansas Wesleyan, Oklahoma Wesleyan, had a chance to beat Oklahoma Wesleyan, I think lost in overtime, and then lost to Kansas Wesleyan in the semifinals in very close games. And I think you walked away feeling that you were right there with those teams, and they were the two top dogs, but that you were right there with them.
Yeah, that's true. So against Kansas Wesleyan, we had over 60% possession of the ball. We were making the game. All they did was just sitting behind and just countering us. We had really good games against both of them.
What do you guys like so far about this year's team and the new guys that have been brought in for Coach Quint? What have you liked so far about this preseason with all the new faces and just the new team?
I feel like it's just the energy that everybody just brings. It's just something different from everybody. Just there's a lot of good talent on the team, and I feel like just on the back line, I think it's looking pretty solid right now. We're still working on a few things, but so far, everybody has something to put to the table. So that's always good to see that just everybody brings something new, something different to the team. So.
Well, Carlos, your journey here to McPherson is a little shorter. And we can start with you, and then we'll get to your journey here to McPherson. But how did you get here? Was it just straight out of high school from Hutch?
No. After I graduated Hutch High, I went to Pratt Community College. I did 2 seasons there. After my fall season there, Coach Deck, he contacted me saying, hey, we would like to bring you to the spring. And so I transferred here during the spring of this recent spring semester, but yeah, I did really well. I had good grades, so far I had a really good spring. Yeah.
Now, Navid, how did you get here from Germany? You got to walk me through the entire process of landing in the middle of the USA.
Okay, so whenever an international student wants to come to the United States to play soccer and to study, it usually goes over an organization. So that was my way as well. I got in contact with an organization that tried to get me to US college, and then I sent my highlight videos in, and at one point I got in contact with Coach Doug Quinn, and we just kept talking, and he showed me his interest to bringing me into this college, and it was a good overall program. The soccer team, the soccer program was pretty good. It's still pretty good, and also the business program was good as well. And these were my 2 main points. And I didn't really care about the location, or I just wanted to get into a good soccer program, and that's what I found in here, and that's why I choose McPherson.
So when your friends and family back home, they ask you, so what's America like? What's McPherson like? What do you tell them?
I say it's different. It's different. Many things related to soccer, related to life, to social life, to talking. There are many different things. That doesn't mean that any of them both are either better or worse. It's just different, and you can get so much good experience out of that. And I'm glad that I'm here, and That's what I'm telling him.
Who are some of the professional teams that you two follow, and maybe some of the professional players that you admire or try to model your game after?
It's a lot of teams. I support Real Madrid. I've always liked them since I was young. Just the jerseys, the color, simple. I have many idols. I don't know. Ronaldinho was one of my favorites. I think you can't really hate the guy. He just always had a smile on his face, enjoyed the game. Did something different every game. And then, of course, Lionel Messi. You can't really say, like, he's a bad player, he can't do anything. That man just blows my mind every game he plays. I mean, I just admire him, everything he does. And I don't know, just beautiful to watch him play.
Navid, what about you?
So I support the rival team of Real Madrid.
Oh, you're a Barcelona guy.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, my favorite players is Van Dijk, just because he plays the same position as I do, and I look up to him because he's strong, he's tall, he's fast, and he's just such a good leader, and he never does anything wrong besides off the field, and he's just a good great leader and a good player.
Who's the best FIFA player out of you two?
Nah, I think I'd have to take that one.
There you go. Well, I know that you two and the team will open up the season on August 24th at Newman, and then you make a long road trip down to Texas. What are the things that you think you need to most improve on here in the next couple of weeks before the season begins?
I believe it's just a good base of just defense. I believe that defense wins games. Obviously, you got to go score, but I feel like if you just get a good back line and then up from there, I think just get that solid first, and then we can do some things going forward from that. But so far we're just working on defense right now, seeing how we can play out the back, see how we can press together, stuff like that. So it's just step by step. We're not rushing into things. We're just going step by step, just for one goal at a time.
Navid, what about you?
I can just say exactly the same things. It's really important to have a good defense. That's what wins you games. If we don't concede a goal, we will at least tie, and if we just score one goal, that's already a win for us. So that's important.
Well, thanks, guys, and best of luck, and stay cool out there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.